Now, I know what you're thinking. You've recorded this straight after the other one. You're right, I did. But I can't help it. Look, you can still see the location on the map. This is great fun. I just want to, like, find so many places and investigate them. That's probably just Antarctica. We'll have a quick look. Yep. Alright. Let's find somewhere else. Okay. Normally it hasn't taken us too long to get out of the ocean, but... Oh! Stewart National Park, but it's like crossed off. Is this just going to be the US? Let's have a look. Australia! Aha! We're in Queensland. Alright. Looks like we're in pretty much the middle of nowhere. Is the man available anywhere? No. This looks like the road that they get stuck on the in-betweeners too, that just has absolutely nothing along it. And goes on for miles. Although, saying that, Nariliko Station, corporate office, I thought this would be a gas station, but 1 5-star review from Dazza Brunton. That does sound a pretty Aussie name. And Cameron Corner, but again, no. We've got no man put down, but Cameron Corner store intersection. What is this sign? That's a lot of stations and places you can go to. But the closest is Nariliko Station, 19 kilometers away. Popular sign, lots of people taking pictures there. And Nariliko is the one that we went to. So it looks like our closest, like, actual town or place of note that we're going to be able to look at. Cause there's no Google view around the area, which is a shame because it would be interesting to see how much of this is actually water, or if it's going to be similar to like episode 2, I think it was, when we had that river that wasn't a river in South Africa, Botswana. The road gets upgraded here. There's still no man. There's no man put down. So we're going to go into New South Wales because we're already in the bottom corner here of Queensland and have a look. What else have we got? So again, there's lots of like little rivers. Middle Road Drive. Absolutely nothing about Middle Road Drive. Olive Downs Campground. Let's have a look and see what it looks like. It's your classic campground, right? Hopefully it's got like a toilet shack somewhere. We got a video. Let's mute it. Although, yep. Good idea to mute it because it's literally just wind. And that, I suppose, is what they call the outback. That is... I mean, if you had that out the back of your house, it would be a bit daunting, right? But, cool. It's not a bad view, right? It'd be nice to have a little bit more around, though. But, yeah, there's no... Oh, the jump-up walk. Introduces you to the unique plants, animals, geology, and history of the surrounding hills. And it's a couple of nice little hikes, 1.5 and 3.5 kilometers. Up to the top of a jump up. Now I'm assuming a jump up is like one of these. There's no real other explanation, but yeah, one of these must be a jump up, because I guess it jumps up. Some nice pictures of sunset or sunrise. Look at the sky. Lovely. Olive Downs Campground. 4 5-star reviews. Free gas barbecue. Pit toilets. Yeah, that's fine. Used them before. They smell when you go in them, but whatever. Whatever. It doesn't matter. It's useful. It's functional. That's all that matters, right? It's a toilet. It should smell. They are literally designed to be places that smell. And then we got the walking track. So that's obviously what we saw pictures of here. And that goes the whole sort of loop round here from Olive Grove Campground. Nice! That looks like a nice place to stay. Don't know how long you'd want to stay there for, but still, it's like if you're just traveling between, because obviously it's in the middle of nowhere, really. So if you're traveling between like Adelaide and Brisbane, you're going to need to stop some places on the way. Maybe this isn't on top of your list of them, because it is a very little spot. But it's a nice... Hey, campgrounds, don't underestimate them. Especially if you've got a camper van or something like that. Somewhere like that would be lovely. You just plop up, use the Barbie, and you're sorted, right? Again, there's nothing along Silver City Highway. Yeah, we're travelling quite far from our starting point, which was up here, but Tibooburra is definitely our closest town, so we're just going to go along, check out Tibooburra, and see what we can find, because you never know. What's in Tibooburra? Oh. Absolutely nothing. The Jump Up Loop Road Drive. Which... What? Nice place for bird watching and or eating balls. And this loop goes all the way around here. That's a big old road, actually, isn't it? I've done it again. How do I keep clicking so much? So there was nothing in Tibooburra. And that's like the first place marked on the map for miles and miles. Tell you what then, we'll go to the nearest town north of where we started, which was somewhere over here, right? It was here. And that is Durham, which is all here. And again, there doesn't appear to be very much here. There's an airport. Now, I hope there's pictures of this airport, because I'm imagining it's literally going to be just sand. Yeah, it's just a tiny... Oh, wow. It's actually not. It's a tiny little terminal, but... We all go home from work without injury or illness. That's a good motto. But no, that's a lot more, like, developed. I was imagining it was just a little thing for, like, tiny little Cessnas and whatever to take off from that was maybe just made out of the desert. But no, it's fully tarmacked and reasonable sized planes taking off and going from Balera. 5-star reviews again. Don't know, haven't been there, just thought it needed something good. What a review. What a fantastic review. No, that makes... What? Andrew Jackson, you legend. Anyway, Balera Oil Facility. So this is why there's an airport. There's all of the oil stuff. Nice picture. I'll give them that. That's a pretty solid picture they've taken. But this is a lot of trucks. Utes, right? That's the right word. I'm not Aussie, so I might be completely wrong. There, yes, it's just a big oil facility, isn't it? With a lot of trucks going on. I assume they're employees' trucks. Maybe these are like bunks or that sort of thing for people to stay, and makes sense to have the airport there to get people in and out. That airport is literally there to service the oil facility, and I'm pretty sure that's it. Prices of soft drinks are through the roof, but love the Outback. Yeah, it's hard to get stuff there, so prices are going to be high. That's just the way it works. Oil and gas that powers the nation. It's yeah, it's just it's an oil facility. That is literally it. That is what Balera is. Fair play. And that's all that's at Durham. So there's really not very much around. It's part of Oz. I guess our next closest is Inaminka, which has got a little bit more built up. And we've got a couple of places we can look at in terms of hostels. But again, they're not that visited. Like, we had that campsite that looked really good. It's just a homestay, and again, everyone seems to love it. It's pretty good. You can't go wrong with like a good room to rent, especially if that's the food. Yes, please. It's making me hungry again. Hello, camels. And that's the room. Pretty solid. Does the job, right? It's not the most modern, but sometimes you don't need the most modern. You just want somewhere comfortable, and that's what the reviews all seem to say. So, yeah. Nice. Cooper Creek Homestay. Would recommend. And then you got... That's well reviewed. What? Why have 30 people reviewed a gas station? I assume it's not just a petrol station. Oh, it's got... See, this is the sort of thing I was hoping I would find when I was looking... When I, like, started this series, is that you would get, like... Oh, look, this station has a random engine from a crashed fighter. Like, why? That's so unique. And then all these different places. There's the engine again. Is that snow? You really get snow here, or is it more like salt? Yeah, nice sign. Oh, I can't read the bush barometer. Oh, and they've got a big rock. Yeah, can't read it, but it's a fish with feet. Why not? You can't go wrong with a fish with feet. Yeah, no, that looks like a solid shop. Hey, it services the area, right? Let's see, it had good reviews, 4.3 stars. Yeah, also it's got accommodation in it as well. It's... Yeah. No, mate, like, that is a nice functional room for if you're just travelling through, then, yeah, go for it. I didn't see that. Wow. I got some good pictures. John O'Page. Yeah. It's in the middle of nowhere and it's just got everything there. For fuel and pies. Nice. Yeah, that's solid. So it seems some people have accidentally reviewed this instead of the actual accommodation, but hey, looks good. Looks good. And yeah, everyone's enjoyed it. Put in the bush. Great idea. Yeah, yeah. It's in the middle of nowhere. No fresh water available. Yeah, but I mean, look at where it is, right? It's in the middle of a desert. You can't be too picky, Anthony. Like, literally, it's this tiny little spot in the middle of nothing. So, I get it. And I get why you might not give 5 stars, but you got to appreciate where this thing is. You're reviewing. Yeah, everyone's pretty happy with it. Love to see it. What's this? Burke's gravesite. Who was Burke? Wait, who is Burke? What does this say? Do we know who Burke is? Robert O'Hara Burke of Burke and Wills? What is Burke and Wills? I'm sure this Google search will do it. An Irish soldier and police officer who achieved fame as an Australian explorer. Oh! Oh, wow! Wait, so this guy tried to... He tried to go from south to north, made it here, and that's his grave. So he made it halfway across the desert, and that was it. That's, yeah. That's, oh dear. Yeah, trying to find a route across. Oh, Burke. Didn't know what he needed to do out in the bush, and, oh dear, and he got the blame for it by the looks of it as well. Let's see if there's any more details about what happened here. So Burke and John Wills. So So they left Melbourne, 400 miles on. Burke took a break and decided to see if he could get any further. But obviously they were weakened because they kept going, and yeah, and he didn't make it. Oh dear. And Grey as well. Holy moly, it really didn't go very well for them. Mount Hopeless. Oh dear. If you're trying to get to Mount Hopeless, something's gone wrong. And then they failed and went back to Cooper Creek. Oh. And they waited for rescue. And they all died. Burke's waterhole. King. Who was King? Where was King? Now, John King survived with help from the Aborigines, and then he was rescued by Howitt, who then did the burial of Burke and Wills. Wow. So he buried them, but then he actually took them to Adelaide and then Melbourne. So, and they're actually buried in Melbourne General Cemetery. But this is the original site of his grave. Wow. What an interesting story. Burke and Wills and their plans to cross the continent, but they failed. And we just so happened to end up, like, I know it was a bit far from where we started, but we just ended up finding out that. See, this is why I wanted to do it, right? It's finding just these stories about places and people that I don't know about. I hadn't got a clue who Burke was. You saw that. Just went on Wikipedia and read about him. And he died here. And this whole Imanika is set up right next to him. Right next to where once they ran out of food and water, the Imanika trading post is there to let you fill up on it. Yeah, that is a really cool story. And it's still marked by this tree. And it does look a pretty nice place. Yeah, really interesting. Really interesting. Like, I love it. I never would have thought I'd have found that, and yeah, there it is, marked on here. And of course, a load more details about all the local stuff. There's Cooper's Creek, and great. Wow. Well, it was worth travelling a little bit out from where we started to find this, because yeah, there really wasn't much where we started, but Burke's grave. There you go. Who would have known it? Who would have known it? The trees are really cool. I really like the colours. Yeah. Wow. Well, there we go. There's our, like, insane story of the day about Burke's. Wait, there's a National Parks Museum that's hidden in here as well, but Cooper Creek Crossing. Is this just a road, or is it a bridge? Let's have a look. It is just a road, but it's slightly raised by the looks of it. However, if there's a lot of water flowing, then you're going to be going for it. But yeah, okay, yeah, so there are holes underneath for the water to go through. And some pelicans. Nice, love it, yeah. Really cool. Looks like someone's enjoying the water there as well. That's a particularly flooded day, actually. Look at that. That's where the road was meant to go. Ooh. Running high that day. Anyway, thank you again for joining me on this whatever I'm calling it, show thing, video series of random places in the world and their stories. That's probably our most influential story we've had yet. Burke and Wills, who tried to travel from the south to the north of Australia, made it about halfway and unfortunately died. Yeah, but there really wasn't much around our starting location, was there? Very strange. Anyway, thank you for tuning in. There'll be another one soon. Not sure exactly when. And we'll see what else we can find. Where else we can find. What other stories we can learn. Hope you found it interesting. I mean, I certainly did. So, yeah. Who knows what's next.